Hello, hello, it's Nienke here from ninks.com. So I'm going to show you today how to make this little tea bag holder. Last time we made the Milano cookie box treat, and now I'm going to show you how to do the tea bag holder to go with it. I have picked this Rooibos tea from South Africa originally. I don't know if they grow it anywhere else yet, but as far as I know, it's just South Africa, and it is naturally caffeine free, and it's a very nice tea. I do enjoy it. You can try that with a hint of honey. I can really recommend it. So that is what we're going to do today. I told you in the last video that there was that little scrap, if you remember, that was left over after we cut our little cookie box holder. And that was, I think, 3 3/4 by 8.5. So what we're going to do now is just cut it down a little bit, bring in my trimmer so that it is 6 3/4. So this is 8.5, and we want it to be 6 3/4 right over there. And then we want it to be 2 3/4 in width, 2 3/4. So this will be the little offcuts, and then we're going to score it at 3 3/8. So 3, and there's 1 2 3/8. So it is that one right there before quarter. Remember not to cut. Grab your scoring blade now, because we're going to score. This is going to be a real fast box, perfect for making multiples of. So I'm just going to fold that. Why is this not folding straight? There we go. Just hold it there. Grab my bone folder. There we go. And then I have a 1-inch circle punch somewhere. There we go. If you want to measure, you can measure. I just eyeball, like having it almost in the center of the punch. It's not completely, it's almost there, and then I just check that and that to be equal, and it's easier with such a small space here to make sure that and that's equal. So that's what I do. Check there. Woo, punch through both of our layers of cardstock there, and then bring in the the corner punch, our trio, what is it, the trio punch, and you can do both corners at the same time, no problem. And just like that, we have the base of our tea bag holder already done. So this is really going to be a quick one. So our tea will just fit in there nicely with this little thumb notch, so that they can just pull it out and don't need to undo our little knot. So then I'm using a little piece of the designer series paper from the Flowering Cactus Medley, and let's see, that is 3 1/4 by 3/4. So 3 1/4 by 3/4, and then I just again rounded the top right corner with my trio punch, and I still haven't found my silicone craft sheet. It's somewhere underneath something, I'm sure. Although I would really love to use it on this little piece of paper. Anywho, here we go. Oh, look at that pretty side. You can use that too. Let's just go with what we planned for today, right? Use the other side. But I have to tell you, any side of this paper is beautiful. So remember that that is your front side. I just fold it open because it's easier to work with everything. Whoops, when it is open. I love liquid glue because it gives you some time to wheel everything around if it is not, to get everything straight, because I like my projects, my cardstock, to be straight. Now this is a circle. I think it's just the smallest stitched shapes dies, and I just used my blending brush. I did this already. Used a blending brush and some Calypso coral cardstock. This is Bumblebee, and put it down from off the edge, just in little circles. Added some ink on there. I think I showed that. I think I showed it in the previous video already. So we just have that little going there, and then the other thing I have is already stamped and die cut this round cactus. I in a previous video already showed how to do this two colors, to color your stamp with your ink using a makeup brush or a sponge dauber. I will have the other video linked up there if you want to see the technique I used for that, but I don't feel like doing it again if it's already been shown. And just a piece of the linen, braided linen trim that we're going to tie it with. This is 13 inches, I think. And then just that little small cactus and one of the felt flowers from the medley. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment. This is just a little scrap piece. I think it is, what is it? Not even half, like 3/8 of an inch. And we're just going to trim that down as soon as we've stamped our sentiment. And I picked the sentiment, I'm always here for you, from the Flowering Cactus stamp set. I love the sentiments on this. I've used that stamp set and dies for months, just because I really loved it. Now I'm going to pull this closer to me so that I can see, because it's a very teeny tiny thin strip. And I hope I've got that straight. And yes, I do. Put my ink away and we'll trim that. So I'm just going to trim these edges just at an angle like that. And let's try, oh, can you do that? Let's try the same angle. Oh. But now I don't know if I'm going to have it at the, let's just do that. Eyeball the same angle. There we go. Ooh, that was fun. Let's see. Yes, isn't that a pretty little sentiment? This way. Okay, done with that. So we've glued that down, and now we just want to put this down. I'm just going to eyeball wherever I want everything. We'll see how it goes. That there, put this there in the corner, something like that. And then you can pop your sentiment up if you want. I think I might just go off to your own spot there. A little braided linen trim sticking to everything. I like that. I'm just going to put that down. I can pop it up. It'll be nice. My teeny tinies. What are they called? Minis. 1, 2, 3. This would have been easier with my take your pick tool, I think. Where is it? Take off the backing. Don't you just like that? Love it. No dimensional backings running around, and I tell you, those can run around. You find them everywhere in the house. That's true. Oh, I like it. Okay, there's that. We have our cactus there. I'm going to put the trim underneath there. So before I adhere that, let's do this. That in. Close it up. Trim here. Now what I like to do is keep your ends together. Pull to where you would want your ribbon. I'll keep everything straight. So we have that side there, hold, and now I'm going to put the top one through the bottom so that you have a little hook like that, just to make the tying easier. Fold up, hold, like I'm holding with this finger down there. You'll let the knot now around the top, grab with this. Once again, one-handed, holding my whole knot, then pushing this side of the ribbon in and pulling it out of this side. And now we're going to pull everything tight, and I just pulled on the side, and there you have your bow. And now you can just finesse it a little bit, have it go whichever way you want, and if you want it a little bit tighter, you can pull here. Now if you see this is small, this is a big loop, hold your knot. If you don't hold your knot, it's going to come undone. Okay, so that is tight enough. It's not too tight that we can't like move it around a little bit if we want. I want mine to be this way. Now the bottom ends is a little bit long. We will trim them now, but that's about what I want there. And you can pull out your little T from there, but it's not going to open up. And now I'm going to hold that in place. Right, I'm looking for the mini dimensionals, and they're right there. Mini and a mini. Let's put one bigger one over here so that we can have that trim going across there. Okay, this underneath there, I want that knot in that little space over there. Now we've got dimensionals up there, we've got a dimensional down here, so this won't slide off. It's going to stay there just the way it is. There we go, like it. We will trim the edges now, and then we want little cactus there and our flower down here. Yes, so let's put this on. We might as well just pop it up too. Little one there and another little one there. One might have been enough actually. I zoomed my camera in a bit. I hope I am in the frame. This one a little bit off to the side over there. And now I have tried, I think I said in a previous video, using glue dots on felt. They do not work. So the only thing I've found that works for the felt is your multi-purpose liquid glue. So here is that. Let's tuck that underneath there, like so. Like it is cute. Okay, then one last thing. I use this, I think I did it in the previous one too, this little die. You see that one? It cuts out 3 thorns, like a small one, a medium one, and a large one. And I cut out quite the heap of those. And now whenever I'm doing this round cactus, I like to add them back. So let's see. Put one on this, one there, just a tiny dab of liquid glue. Don't overdo it, you really don't need a lot. Let's that before we have an injury. That is a very sharp point on the, take your pick tool. One, that is the medium one. There's the small one over there, and then the large one. Use, I just absolutely love the putty tip. When I take your pick tool, it works like a charm for picking up these tiny little things. That's the thorns done. Okay, and that's our project. I think we just need a little bling, do we? Yes, we do. And I'll just put one, let's do two over here, two tiny ones over there, and a teeny tiny one over there. Ooh, that's pretty. Like it. Okay, so there was a quick project. A little tea holder that can go with our Milano cookies. And the previous example I made was also a pink one, and I somewhere had, here it is, not pink, Calypso Coral, and then Highland Heather for this. Ain't that just too cute to send off to a friend? So I'll just see you in the next video. Bye bye.